Today we're going to see about the hardware-based virtualization technique, which is very important one. So this topic explains how one physical computer can be divided into many virtual computers and how this technology is used in cloud computing, hospitals, bank and centers, all those things. So the real world problem, like we compare a large apartment building. So even though the building is one, inside it there are many houses. Each family lives independently and uses their own electricity and water and does not disturb others. The same way, on physical computer, many virtual machines and each work independently. So before starting the topic, let's go have a recap of virtualization. That is, we all know that virtualization means creating virtual versions of physical resources such as computer, servers, storage and networks. So instead of using one physical machine for only one purpose, virtualization allows us to run multiple systems on the same hardware. So this helps in cost, power, space and maintenance effort. So to make it clear, let's have a real world comparison of a smartphone. So there is one phone, but it can do many works like camera, calculator, music player, notebook, so on. Previously we did everything as a separate devices. Once the smartphone came, we do everything on a single machines. So what is hardware-based virtualization? So hardware-based virtualization allows multiple operating systems to run on a single physical machine. So a special software called a hypervisor, which is used to create a virtual machine, and that particular hypervisor allocates the hardware resources and control the execution. So each operating system runs inside its own virtual environment, and even though all of them use the same hardware, they are completely isolated from each other. So comparatively, in the real world problem, let's have a cloud platform. So many users run their own operating system on the same server, but users feels that they can own a separate computer. To compare with the real world example, let's have a television with the multiple HDMI ports. So you can connect a laptop, set-top box and gaming console. So only one device is active at that time, but all are connected to the same TV. So like this, why hardware virtualization is needed? Earlier, organizations used one application, one physical server. So this caused low CPU usage, wasted memory, high electricity consumption and high maintenance cost. So the hardware virtualization solves this problem by allowing multiple applications and OS to share one server. It also helps in running different OS environments, scaling resources easily, recovering quickly from failures. For a comparison, let's have that we are buying 5 small generators and buying one big generator, and sharing it among buildings is cheaper, and instead of buying a 5 small generator, we buy a big generator and we share among buildings is very cheaper and more efficient. Likewise, the hardware virtualization which helps to share efficiently. So when compared to the hardware virtualization architecture, at the bottom is the physical hardware which provides actual resources like CPU, memory, storage and network. So above that, the hardware is the hypervisor which controls everything. On the top of the hypervisor, we have a virtual machines, and inside each virtual machine runs a guest operating system and applications. Each layer has a specific role, and all the layers together make a virtualization possible. So let's compare. Here we have compared with the buildings, right? So building is the hardware, and principal is the hypervisor, and classroom is the virtual machine, and teacher is the operating system, and students are the application. So each class runs independently without disturbing others. What is the role of hypervisor? A role of hypervisor, which creates and delete virtual machines, allocates CPU, time and memory. It ensures one virtual machine does not affect another, controls scheduling and execution. If one virtual machine crashes, the hypervisor ensures that the other virtual machine continue working normally. If manage the traffic flow, the hypervisor manages traffic flow, like for example, prevents accidents, ensures smooth movement. So without traffic police, chaos happens. Without hypervisor, virtualization fails. So what is full virtualization? In full virtualization, the hypervisor completely imitates real hardware. The guest operating system does not know it is virtual. So it does not need any modification, behaves as if running on a real computer. So binary translation is used to handle sensitive instructions safely. For example, it is like watching a movie inside a theater. The characters think their world is real, but actually it is created artificially. Similarly, the OS think hardware is real, but it is virtual. So why we need virtualization? So full virtualization is referred because it supports any operating system. No changes are required in OS. Strong isolation is provided. It is deal for It's ideal for cloud computing. It allows organization to test, deploy, and manage multiple OS easily. To compare with the real world, let's have a trying clothes. So trying clothes in a trial room before buying them. So you can try many options without permanently changing anything. So only we prefer full virtualization.